So, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hello. Okay, thank you. How about the others? Okay, you're still there. So, let's have let's have an attendance check first by turning your camera on. So, I'm going to check first if you're there. So, please turn on your camera. Okay, okay. Thank you. How about you, Vanessa? Okay, okay. How about you, Paul Justin? Okay, thank you. How about Kevin? Oh, no cam. Okay. Um, Kevin. Okay, thank you. So I just wanted to know if you're there. Okay, so you may turn your camera off now for less consumption of your mobile data. Okay, so should there be clarifications or questions, you may use the chat section. Okay, so let's proceed to our lesson for this afternoon. Am I still heard? Okay, thank you. So, okay, thank you everyone. So, you have seen from the previous lessons on how to access HTML element using JavaScript. And then you modify them using these user events. Okay, there are there are some practice exercises in which you allow users to interact with the web page contents. You have tried to create a web page that counts the number of times that the user clicks a button, and you even work with the document text by changing its color using, again, user events. If you noticed, all of those work most of the time, but there may be some cases where uh, those features certain browsers won't support. Okay. Or there may be some features that are hard to implement, and to tell you honestly, some of the syntax can be little hard to deal with. And I know your experiences. Okay. There are times you got confused with the syntax or the code, and I know there are times that you really had a hard time finding it out. Okay, am I right? Am I right? You had some difficulty for JavaScript programming. You may use the chat section for that.
Yes po.
Okay, so mhm. Okay, so there may be a better way for that. And I think this is normal for us as IT. We find better ways to do things for better experience of us as developers, and for the better experience of the users of the web applications that we are and will be developing. So, are you interested to discover that what we call better way? Are you interested? So, may I see in the chat section? Okay, thank you for your responses. Um, so the focus of this afternoon's discussion is about the new JavaScript library. This afternoon, you will be introduced to a new JavaScript library known as jQuery. Okay, so let me present to you my presentation, and along with the presentation is a demonstration on how we can use this new library. Okay, so wait for it. Okay, can you now see the presentation? Okay, thank you. So again, I said a while ago that you will be introduced to this new uh, JavaScript library because I believe that you deal with JavaScript programming with somehow difficulties, confusion, with some confusions, difficulties. So let's make it easier. So let me introduce you to this library known as jQuery. Okay, so why jQuery? jQuery simplifies JavaScript usage within your web pages. Okay, or your web application that you will be developing. Another, it provides a more intuitive way for working with the document object model. Okay, and another, it really gives a good cross-browser support. Okay, because same as you are using different types of browsers. And this jQuery enables the uh, cross-referencing for these different web browsers, but except for IE6 or the Internet Explorer 6. And another, jQuery gives another feature or other feature such as effects and animations. So not only we we change color of the text, we change the size of the text, we can also use some of jQuery features for effects and animations. Okay? So, so what is this jQuery? How are we going to use this? Okay, jQuery is still a JavaScript file, but it contains uh, features for the usage of JavaScript programming. So, how are we going to use this jQuery? So, it is important to know that jQuery is not by default installed in your web browser or in your web pages. If you want to use it within your web pages, you have to download this jQuery file from this website. Okay, make sure to download the latest jQuery file or the JavaScript library. So just visit this site and you will be redirected to the list of different versions of JavaScript jQuery library. So once you downloaded it, you have to add this JavaScript file to your HTML web page or to your HTML document. But how are we going to use to add this JavaScript file? So since we are dealing with HTML, we are going to use this script tag. Using this script tag and indicating, specifying the source of the JavaScript jQuery library. Okay, so I have here a simple document, HTML document saved as intro to jQuery. It is stored in this folder. So I'll be showing you where it is stored here. Okay, from this folder. Can you still see what I'm presenting? Can you still see what I am presenting? Okay, very good. Okay, so here is my HTML document. And together with this HTML document is this jQuery library or this JavaScript file that I have downloaded from the website. So, so far I've downloaded, so far this is the latest version of the jQuery. So, how are we going to use this in our web pages? So, using a script tag, it is important to place it at the top of your HTML document. When we say top, it should be in the head section of your HTML document. So I will be adding this jQuery using this script tag. Type of the script is the JavaScript. That is okay. You don't need to remove it. Then another, we have to indicate the source of this jQuery file. So we have source or SRC. Now, where is that file located? It is located together with your HTML document. Okay, so you don't have to indicate this document path. Okay, so we just have to copy this file name and just paste it here. Okay, so that's it. That is how you add your jQuery library in your HTML document. So the features of this jQuery or of this library is now ready for use. Okay, so how are we going to use those feature or how can we benefit from those jQuery features? Okay, so to start with, we have to select. So jQuery of our HTML document or HTML elements. Okay, so the previous lessons, you used JavaScript to select HTML or document object model elements. But this time, we are going to use HTML document. So, how are we going to select HTML document? So, we have to select the document. 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 So, we I know you are all familiar with CSS, ay putol, Chappy. How about the others?
Sorry for
How about the others? Okay, Chappy. Chappy. Okay. So, I'm going to repeat from where am I going to repeat? 10 seconds. So, so for adding, how about the part of adding jQuery to HTML? Is it clear? Was it clear? Adding jQuery to HTML? Was it clear? Okay, clear ang adding. Okay, thank you. So, I will just repeat my discussion on how are we, what, how will be, how we will be benefited for this, for using jQuery. Still choppy? Still choppy? Okay. How will it benefits us? Okay, sige. That part. Okay. So, I will repeat my discussion from this presentation. May I see a thumbs up for me repeating from this part of the presentation? Okay. Okay. So again, I have discussed how to add jQuery in our HTML document. Now, how will we the for using so using JavaScript it is somehow confusing, cumbersome, or sometimes wala naman. Oh, shucks. Just wait, let me refresh my connection. Hello? 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 Is it clear now? Is it clear now? Okay. Hi, thanks God. Okay, so again and again. Let me repeat my discussion from this part of the presentation. Okay. So, we can use jQuery for simplifying on how we can deal with our HTML, with our document object model elements or our HTML elements. Okay? So, for us to deal with those elements easily, simpler, we can use this jQuery. And I will be providing you for selecting HTML elements or DOM elements that will be used for manipulation. You can use a very simple syntax, same as with the CSS that starts with $sign. Okay? So, I will be providing you different ways on how we can select elements from our HTML or DOM elements or from our document object model. Okay? So, first is to select all elements. How are we going to select all elements from our document, from our HTML document? We can use, when I say elements, those are the tags that is present in your HTML code or HTML script. For example, div, another paragraph tag, another bold tag, another span tag. Okay, those are the document elements or your HTML elements. Now, if you want to select elements
Ma'am, sorry po for interruption. Nawawala po ulit.
whoa. So, it's tough. Which part? Which part? Huh. What about elements? Selecting elements? Whoa. Okay. So, I think it is clear that the focus of this part's topic or discussion is on how to select elements from your document, right? Okay, I know you understand that. Am I right? Okay. So now, so I provide here different ways on how to select elements from your document, from your uh, HTML document. So for selecting all elements at once, you can use $sign followed uh, by a string star enclosed with double quotations and enclosed again with the parentheses. So this is the way on how you can select all elements in your documents, in your HTML documents. Say, for example, you have div, paragraph, um, span, bold tag, all those elements. Okay? So, another way is by using the this keyword. Okay? So, this format allows you to select the current element you are working with. For example, you are working with a paragraph and you have to manipulate its content. You can use this format with the this keyword. Okay? So do not enclose it with a quotations because the console will treat it as an element. And we all know that we don't have this element. Okay? So important, please take note of that. Okay? So another I will be checking our Google Meet from time to time. Okay? So another way to select element from our HTML document is by using this, what we call element selector. Okay, take note of this element selector. What does it do? It selects all the defined elements. For example, say for instance, we have here div element or div tag. Okay, so we use this div. Okay, so if you are going to select a span tag or a span element, you will be going to use a span here. Okay, so I will just be presenting it to you. In the body, we create. So if you are programming in JavaScript, please take note that it should always be enclosed in script tag. Okay? So, for selecting span element, say for example, we have here uh, span element with a text hello. So, if we are going to select this element, this tag, we should type $, parentheses, then enclose it with quotations. Okay, am I still clear? Question so far? Question so far? Can I see none if there's no question? Should there be, please voice it out or type. Okay, okay, none. So now let's proceed to another way to select an element. So I know you are aware with this type of notation. It applies our CSS notation. Okay, or you just select all elements with the class title. Okay, for instance, we have here ah, element with a class named title. So if you want to select elements, Say for example, with a class name IT. Okay, you just have to put in here IT. Okay, that is how you select an element with a class. Okay, again, start it with a dollar sign followed by dot and the class name enclosed with quotations and parentheses. Okay, so clear? Is it clear? Yes. Okay, so now if there is a class selector, we also have a or an ID selector. Again, applying the CSS concept or CSS notation, we use pound, hashtag or hash or number sign for this ID. So for instance, we have here an element with ID name. Name. Okay? So for us to select it, we use dollar sign followed by pound and the name of the ID, then enclose it with double quotations and parentheses. So let me give you example for that. So I will be putting here ID, example ABC. Its ID is ABC. So how am I going to select this element using its ID? Can I see on the chat section? How am I going to select this element using an ID selector? Can I see from the chat section? Oh, where is it? Okay. Uh, for element selector, we use this. For ID selector, select element based on ID. Yes po. Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Paul. So, how are we going to select this element using an ID selector? Again, applying CSS concept. Okay, I have seen correct answer. The only one who answered. Okay, so dollar sign, you should select it using dollar sign, parentheses, quotations. You have to use hash or pound because you are selecting based on the ID name. Okay, so am I clear? Am I clear? Yes. How about this? Selecting this using class. Any guess on how to... Ay ba? Okay. So, any guess? How are we going to select this element using a class selector? Am I still heard? Are you still there? Okay. Okay. So, okay, okay. Okay, okay. Okay, very good. Thank you for your participation, for your answers. And I'm glad that you can follow the lesson. Okay, so for class selector, you should use that. Okay, again, dollar sign, parenthesis, quotation, then dot, try. Okay. So, question so far? Question so far? Okay, wala po. Thank you. So now we just selected elements. How are we going to manipulate those elements contents? Because we have to manipulate contents. Okay, we don't just select elements. Okay, so for manipulation or some content manipulation, we can use this format. Okay, it is not enough to select elements. We have to select its content and somehow implement, apply some actions or manipulations to those contents. Okay? So, general format for manipulation of DOM contents is this. Your selector, which was discussed a while ago, and follow this format with a dot, then the action to be implemented or applied to that content, and these arguments can be of any value depending on the action you are implementing. Okay, so I have here some examples, and again, I will be asking you, so pay attention. Okay, so I have here my first example. The first example used what type of selector? May I see from on the chat section, what type of selector has been used? So I gave you three types of selectors: the element, class, and ID selector. What selector has been used? Okay, ID selector or ID. Now, what to do with that element's content? Where's it? Okay, so I will be putting it in our code. Then please notice the output. Okay, I will be removing this. Then I will be using this part of our code. So I have here ID ABC, and I will apply that manipulation. So I will be selecting ID is hash ABC followed by HTML. Before I apply some manipulation, I will be running it first for you to see its output. Okay, so I have here two span tags. Uh, I will be running it, and this will be the output. I will be commenting this or break. I will just put a break for these two contents. Okay, so those that is the output of this code. Now I will be applying some manipulation. So I selected an element with an ID ABC, meaning this part pertains to this. Okay, so for HTML, I will be putting here Philippines. Okay, so a while ago we had two hellos in our browser. So after saving it, Wala ba? Okay. After saving it, I just have to refresh it and what happened? What have you noticed? It produced this result. What have you noticed? Okay, replaced or changed. The second hello was changed or replaced by this value. Okay, that is what this code do. Okay, so if you want to change the content of this element, you can use this format. Okay, question so far? Okay, none. So now I'll proceed to the next example. So another example is to append a value, a string value to another value. This time, the second example used the same ID selector, but this time I will be using the other type of selector, which is the class selector, and I will append a string to a text. Okay, so we have here a span with a class try. Okay, and this span tag has a text of has this hello text. So I will just be commenting it first, and now I will be selecting that element and append some text to that text. Okay. So again, dollar sign, inclusive parentheses, and quotation, then use that since it is a class. Okay. Then that append what text I am going to append or concatenate or add to that existing content. So, for example, IT, 3C, and 3 and 3D. Okay, so what will be the output for our code? So what will be the output for our code? Wala? None? Hello, IT3C and 3D. Okay. Any other guess? Any other guess? No. Okay. So okay. Hello, 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 hello. IT3C at hello IT3C and 3D Philippines. Okay. So let's check what will be the output. Okay. So yan. Okay. So what happened? Uh, If you have noticed, I commented this part of our JavaScript code. Okay, so the only code or the only line of code that run for that is this. Okay, okay. So question so far? Ay, sorry. Question so far? Okay. Mhm. Okay. Sige. So, So let's have this another document manipulation or document contents manipulation. jQuery also allows you to add class to the existing element. Okay, so for example, we have here and we have a span tag or a span element with an ID ABC. Now, I am going to apply this content manipulation to add a class to that element. Okay, but let me ask you first, is it possible to have an ID? Is it possible for an element to have an ID and a class? Is it possible for a single element to have an ID and a class? May I see a yes or no on our comment section or chat section? Is it possible? Are you still there? Okay. Okay. So, 50-50. Paulit. Okay. So, uh, for us to check if it is possible, let me give you an example. Okay, so we have here span with an ID ABC, then a text hello. And now I am going to an add a class to this element. Okay, so I will just be commenting it first, and let's have a content manipulation for this. So I will be selecting this element. So I am going to use ID selector. Okay, ID found ABC. Okay, so meaning I am selecting this part of the HTML document. If I use span or the element selector named span, I will be selecting these two parts of the HTML. Okay, so if I want to if I just want to add a class in this element, I will just be using an ID selector. Okay, so I've selected this element, then I am going to add class to that element. So add class, then what name of the class are we going to add? For example, from the given we have this greeting. Okay, so the value here will be the class name for this element. Okay, so question. Ah, okay, so question. Is there a question or you are asking me to repeat the question? I think we are experiencing some delays with the audio. Okay, so let me just continue this demonstration. Okay, so Using this line of code, you are adding a class to this element. Okay? And the class name to be added will be this value, greeting. Okay? So, how are we going to access that class? Okay. Just by adding class, there will be no effect to the value. We just have added a class attribute in this element. So now, I will be accessing this element using the class I created. Okay? So, I will be selecting, using a class selector which is named greeting. Then, I will have some append action to add something to the content of this element. Okay? So, I will be appending hello web development. Okay, web development. So, I have here, uh, I have here, this part is a class selector selecting this element because we already added a class here. Okay, then after adding, we append some text to the existing text. So I'm gonna save it and run, and please notice the output. Okay, so if you noticed, uh, we don't have any class attribute in our span tags. But we were able to select a greeting class by just adding it. Okay? So is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. Very good. So I believe there is no question because it's clear to you. Now, JavaScript, jQuery also allows you to hide and show documents content. For example, from the action itself, hide action hides a document content, and the show action shows a document content. Okay, so I will be asking you to, for example, I will be creating another tag here, P or paragraph tag with a text. I love web programming. Okay, so I want you to hide these elements content. Okay, what will be the code for these elements content? For hiding these elements content. Okay, so if I save this, I can see uh, I love web programming. Now, I want to hide this web content or document content. How are you going to hide that content? Okay, so please use the chat section for your answer. Okay, hashtag, dollar sign, P, height. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. I can see a pound there. Any other answer for that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There is double quotation missing for the answer of Miss Del Socorro. Okay. 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 Thank you for your response, and I'm glad you are following. Just for correction, I just used a or an element. I just used an element. So you are just going to use an element selector. And for an element selector, you don't use dot or pound. You just select it by its name. Okay? So the answer will be, and I've seen that some of you got it correctly. Okay, dollar sign, select the element, then dot hide. That's it. That will be your answer. Okay, clear? Clear? Okay, crystal clear. Thank you. Now, for your last practice. Okay, I will be adding here plus equals for show. Okay, so I want you to create a line of code for showing these elements content. Okay, this will be your last task. Okay, create a line of code for showing these elements content. Mhm. Okay, very good. Okay. 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 So very good. Thank you for your answers. And if you noticed, I used this time I used class. So you have to use a class selector, and in order for you to use class selector, uh, you should use that for class notation. And I have noticed there are uh, some casing problem, or the proper casing of your class names. Take note that JavaScript is case sensitive. So we have here class name for show where S is in uppercase. So you should use uppercase for S. Okay? So thank you for participation, and for that you are learning. Okay? So there are times your answer may be uh, incorrect, but it is important for you to learn to learn. Okay? So, questions so far? Okay, wala po. Okay. So, that will be the end of the lesson for this afternoon. And for our next meeting, please read about how to add an event listener to an element. Okay, this will be the topic for our next meeting. Okay, okay, so that will be the end of the lessons, and I am glad that you followed, prove, proving that you provided some you provided answers for my questions. Okay, so with that, I will be ending my class. So thank you for participation, and wala po okay. So thank you for your participation, and goodbye everyone.